I closed the bathroom door, savoring a rare moment of solitude. The hot water gently wrapped around my body, and with each breath, I felt the tension of the day slowly dissolve. The house was empty, and that gave me a sense of complete freedom. I allowed myself to close my eyes, sinking into relaxation. My thoughts wandered, but nothing warned me that this evening would become a turning point in my life. The water caressed my skin, creating an illusion of safety, but reality was far less secure. Suddenly, a barely audible sound disturbed the silence. At first, I thought I imagined it, maybe the wind, maybe a noise from the neighbors. But a moment later, I heard distinct footsteps. My heart tensed like a tightened string. I was sure no one was home. Then who? Holding my breath, I listened. Light but confident movements, someone had entered. A chill ran over my legs, even though I was still submerged in warm water. Panic rushed through my body, but my mind fought against it. I tried to think logically, maybe my husband had returned earlier? Or was it just my imagination playing tricks on me? But then I heard a familiar voice. It was too close. And it was definitely not my husband. Before I continue, I'll take a short pause. Write in the comments where you're listening from. Have you ever experienced something similar in your life? Share your thoughts, I'd love to read them. And if you're enjoying my story, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the next part. Now, I continue. I didn't move. My heart was pounding so loudly that it seemed to echo through the bathroom walls. The footsteps were getting closer, slow, confident, as if whoever had entered had no doubts about their right to be here. I wanted to convince myself it was my husband, but deep down, I knew it wasn't. Carefully, I reached for the towel, making no sound. Another moment, and the bathroom door creaked ever so slightly. Someone was right outside. I took a sharp breath, and at that moment, I heard his voice. "Are you here?" I froze. I recognized that voice instantly. It was my stepson. A flood of thoughts raced through my mind in seconds. Why was he here? Wasn't he supposed to be out with friends? He never came back unannounced. Did something happen? Or, did he know I was home alone? I didn't respond. But he was already standing at the door, making no effort to hide his presence. "Sorry, I didn't know you were here." His voice was calm, but there was something in his tone that unsettled me. I clutched the towel to my chest, inhaling deeply. "It's okay. You just startled me." I heard him exhale, but he didn't leave. A few agonizing seconds hung in the air. I could feel his presence even without seeing him. There had always been a strange tension between us. A boundary we both knew existed but never spoke of. When I opened the door, our eyes met. There was something in his gaze, analyzing, curious, expectant. That moment lasted only a second, but I knew, after this, nothing would ever be the same. I didn't realize how long we had just been looking at each other. In that moment, the air in the bathroom felt heavy, almost tangible. There was something in his eyes that wouldn't let me look away. Too focused, too attentive. As if he was waiting for me to say something that would shatter the thin line between normal and forbidden. I should have stepped back. Said something casual, moved away, shown that nothing unusual was happening. But I couldn't. "I just wasn't expecting to see you." My voice was quieter than I intended. He tilted his head slightly, as if studying me. "You look different." I swallowed. That phrase could have meant nothing. But there was something about it that sent a chill down my spine. I just got out of the bath. I tried to smile, brushing off the tension. He was standing too close. Too confidently. I should have walked past him. Ended the conversation, gone to my bedroom, closed the door, and never allowed myself to even think about what had just crossed my mind. But when I took a step, he didn't move aside. Have you ever thought that maybe we understand each other too well? His voice was calm, but there was something deeper than simple curiosity. I froze. What do you mean? He exhaled slowly. Sometimes it feels like there's something between us that we're both afraid to talk about. My heartbeat quickened. This was dangerous territory. I knew that if I admitted it, even for a second, if I acknowledged that I felt it too, there would be no way back. But the silence between us had already said too much. I don't know when exactly I stopped resisting. When that thin line between reason and emotion simply disappeared. It all happened too fast, yet unbearably slow at the same time. That night, I didn't sleep. I lay in the dark, listening to my own breathing, which refused to slow down. There was something heavy in my chest, pressing from the inside, making it impossible to take a full breath. This should never have happened. But now, it didn't matter anymore. Every morning, I looked at myself in the mirror, trying to see the person I was before. But the reflection had changed. There was fear in my eyes. Not fear of him. Not fear of what had happened. Fear of what would come next. The world around me seemed the same streets, the same breakfast conversations, the same look in my husband's eyes that I tried not to overanalyze. He didn't know. No one knew. But could I be sure it would always stay that way? My stepson never spoke of that night. Not a word, not a glance, not a single gesture. As if nothing had ever happened. As if it had been just a dream. But I knew the truth. Every time our eyes met by accident, a suffocating tension filled my chest. It felt like a silent threat, a secret that grew heavier with each passing day. Could I keep this secret? Could I go on pretending everything was fine? And most importantly, would I ever be able to forget? What do you think about this story? Have you ever had a situation where boundaries seemed blurred? Share your thoughts in the comments. I truly value your opinion. Every response is important to me, and I carefully read each comment. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a like so you won't miss new thrilling stories. Your support means the world to me and keeps me going. Write the phrase, "Secrets always come to light," in the comments if you listen to the story until the end. Wishing you a great day, and see you soon.